Coming to you from 125 Carver in Waco, Texas, it's the Riverside Weekly. We hope your time with us today is thought-provoking, spiritually challenging, and a life-changing experience. Our discussions are fun, real, and at times very uncomfortable. We highly encourage all of our guests and listeners to like and subscribe, and please ring the bell. Now, here are your hosts, Pastor Cello and Pastor Mia.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. It's Wednesday.
Actually, it's Tuesday today. It's hot. It's hot. So we're here on Tuesday.
On our staycation.
And not on Wednesday.
Yay!
But we're here.
We came anyway. Welcome, everybody.
So we're just chilling right now in the Blue Lagoon.
Ooh, I like that.
Shout out to my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law for hosting us as we cool off on the podcast.
Yay!
All right, so what are we talking about?
So we'll just get right into it because we've got a lot of relaxing to do, so we don't have time to lollygag, okay? Normally we do, but today we don't. That's just because we need time to relax and enjoy this pool. But we are going to talk about something because I was talking to someone already about it, and I felt like being on staycation is actually talking about that. So staycation means you stay put and you enjoy your time, you enjoy your peace, you enjoy whatever it is that you're doing, but you're not going somewhere. Vacation means to vacate the premises and go somewhere, but we're on staycation, which means we're staying, okay? So because we're staying here, that saves us money. So you thought that the whole thing was going to be about vacation and about going there, but it's actually about money. Today, it's a money podcast.
Money podcast.
Yes, it's about, does money change people? You know, I mean, look at this fancy Blue Lagoon pool, and, you know, we could have been in the blue plastic pool in the backyard.
Yes.
But we chose not to be today, even though we dipped once or twice into the kids' pool in the backyard. But we have access to this pool, so we're taking advantage of that right now. And saying all that to say, does money change people? You know, once upon a time, I can't really say I was rich, but most everybody can say that during the pandemic. You know, everybody who was getting all their benefits from their unemployment.
Free money from Uncle Sam.
Free money from Uncle Sam to stay home. You know, did that change people? Because people were swiping away, you know, while they were at home, shopping online and doing their things, you know, and buying whatever they wanted. And now you've got all the options because everybody's opening everything back up and you get to go there. And a lot of people are not spending their money frivolously like that. And so I was thinking about that and just saying, you know, Lord, I want to win the lottery. And then the Lord told me, but you don't play the lottery. How could I get money to you if you don't play? You know, that's a gamble. That was just a joke. Calm down. But I don't play the lottery because I feel like it's a waste of money. But at the same time, if I were to win some kind of money, okay, I lied. I don't play the lottery, but I do sweepstakes, y'all.
Yeah, but the sweepstakes don't cost you nothing.
You're right. They don't
It's
cost
free.
me anything.
That's
Sweepstakes are free. And then somebody said, no, they're not. They take your email address and they send you emails. Yeah, you know what? That's why you set up a junk email.
All I can say is that she has gotten more free stuff from junk emails.
Thank you.
Checks in the mail from free emails.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a sweepstakes kind of guy. I don't enter the sweepstakes, but I reap all the benefits
That's
of
right.
the sweepstakes.
That's right. So, saying that to say, if I were to win a sweepstakes, you know, these backyard makeovers or whatever, most times they don't come to your backyard and they don't make it over. They usually just give you the money, and they want to take a picture with you or something like that. It's not, you know, anyway, that's not for you because that'll be a whole nother podcast on sweepstakes. But saying all that to say, if I were to win more money than I've already won, because you're always reminding me, you've been given $65,000, type thing, or however much it is. But if I were to win a big amount of money, half a million, a million, whatever.
The windfall.
Yeah, whatever it is, would that change me as a person? So I was talking to my friend about that, and I was like, she hadn't seen me in a long time, and when she saw me, I was on that free money, free government money, whatever it's called, stay at home money, and so she would always say, "I Mia, rich people problem, and now I don't got that kind of problem. I'm trying to run a food truck here, pouring all my life into that, not life, but money." And it made me think about it. And so I asked her right away, I was like, "Hey, am I any different now that I'm broke?" And she was like, "You're not broke." I said, "Well, yeah, broke's temporary. I'm not making any money right now, but at the same time, I don't have the money that I had before." And she said, "You're still the same person, and I think you'd be the same person if you had $1 million, Mia." She said, "You would give. You always give. You either give of your time and you give of your money." And so I was like, okay, all right. And then she said, "Money does change people, though." And I thought, oh, it does. So I was asking him what his opinion is on that. Does money really change people? I would like to know that. I would like to be a millionaire so I could give somebody $5,000, $10,000, $50,000 just to see what they would do with it. Would it change them? And you're like, that's chump change. That really ain't gonna change anybody.
I think money doesn't really change people as much as it amplifies who they already are.
Okay.
Meaning,
if you're a giver, you're going to give.
If you're a giver, you're going to give. If you're a saver, you'll continue to save. If you're selfish with it, and you don't want nobody to have it, you just hold on to it, and it just amplifies all of that. I don't think money really changes people as much as it amplifies who they are in their character, who they are in their beliefs, who they are in their habits. Like it literally just amplifies it. That's what I feel. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but I mean, the word tells us to be content. Paul says, I've had plenty and too much to have, and I've had barely enough, and I've had nothing at all. And it's the trick is to be content with whatever you do have. And I can say that I feel like we're kind of
we're content.
I feel like we're kind of in that place where we're content with having a pretty good size of money in our bank account and having no money in our bank account.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like for me, I think it bothers my children.
I was going to say that
more than anybody. That it doesn't bother me what my bank account reads, what my savings account reads.
Yeah.
I'm not really moved by that, and that bothers my children.
Yeah.
But for me, it doesn't really make a difference to me. But do I think money changes a person?
Yes.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it amplifies. It amplifies who they are. Makes it. In other words, it makes it bigger. So
we've seen what you did with the church. We've seen what you did with the youth group. We've seen what you've done with with affordable excellence. So if you were to win $1 million, is that going to change you? That's the question.
I would do more of what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
I would just do more of what I'm doing. I would do it better.
Better.
Because for me, money's a resource. So I would do some things different, but I would do things better.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just do more of what I'm already doing. Mm-hmm. I believe that from a believer's perspective, I believe that everything is about stewardship. So I feel like individuals that struggle with money and have problems with money, have issues with money, probably have stewardship problems.
Okay.
I don't think it's the amount of money that you make. Honestly, I think if you make a little bit of money, you have little bitty money problems. If you make a lot of money, you have a lot of money problems.
Yeah.
So just because a person goes from making $20,000 to $30,000, they're still going to spend the same. They're still going to save the same. They're still going to squander the same. a person that goes from a $35,000 a year up to 40, 45,000, they're going to spend the same, squander the same, save the same. You take if they go from 45 to 60, 60 to 70 to $100,000 a year, it doesn't matter how much they make. They're still going to manage the money the same way that they did. Most people, unless they change habits, unless they change what they're doing themselves. In other words, they have to change themselves. They have to change their personal habits, their character, how they're seeing things. Are they savers? Are they spenders? Are they hoarders? Are they contributors? Are they not contributors? Yeah. So all that just amplifies. It amplifies everything that you have. So people that I meet, I think it's interesting because I know people that, that are living on government assistance, and they manage their money way better than people that are not.
Money. Yeah.
And so I think it's just stewardship and process of changing your spending habits, changing how you spend money, changing how you manage money, and how you steward that. I think that you have. I don't know. I think you have to change before you can change. You can change before you can get some change.
Well, I was thinking about it and thinking about rich people, older rich people. If you notice, some rich people, when they have lots of money, they are very cheap. And I hate to say that word, but that's how it is. They're like, no, we can't do that. But you have a lot of money. Okay, but I don't. And they see that mentality as, I don't have that kind of money.
I think it has to do with perspective. I don't think necessarily it's cheap. It just, people spend money on things that they think are important. Some people are not going to spend money on certain things.
Oh yeah, that's true too. But that's everybody. Somebody might think that this is important, and then this is not important.
Right. So I think it goes back to preference. Like, what do you want to spend your money on?
I guess that's why I kept thinking about it. Does money change people? Does money change people? And I'm just like, Lord, I'd like to test that theory. So if you could give me a lot of money,
see if it changes her.
Yeah, and then it would not change me. I am a giver, and I would give.
And then you'd be broke again.
No, because seed time and harvest says you give, and it comes back unto you. Come back to you, shaken down, pressed together, flowing over. So I'm ready. Test me, Lord. Here I am. Test me. Type thing. But I don't know. I thought that it would be a good thing to, especially while we're talking about vacationing and staycationing versus vacationing. When you go somewhere, do you save and do you plan for those, or do you just blow money? And staycation is at home, saving and not putting, going somewhere. Like there are people that go, well, we didn't go anywhere this year, and they throw a fit about it. And I'm like, you know what? Thank God I have electricity. Thank God I have, my house didn't burn down. Thank God that, whatever it is. And I think it's just what you said. Money amplifies where you are. If you're selfish, it's going to be out there more. If you're not, then it's going to show you how humble you really are, So I don't know. Be thankful for what you have, really. And we say that all the time, but this is, maybe that's why you don't have that amount of money given to you, because you can't even be a good steward over the little bit,
There you go.
So we're going to end right there because that was a great note. Anyway, so don't let money change you. And if somebody gives
don't go changing.
Sing it, baby.
Because you got money.
Yeah.
Stay just the way you are.
Love it. All right. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to us and rant on in the Blue Lagoon. We hope to see you again. And we're going to go enjoy our staycation. Peace out.
Hello, guys. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Riverside Weekly. Download the Riverside Waco app to stay connected and follow us on all social media sites at the Riverside Waco. This podcast is made possible by the givers of Riverside Community Church. Production and engineering provided by Capital G and RTV in Waco, Texas.